It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
The following podcast is brought to you exclusively by the Rad Rob Radio Network.
This is PBA champion Kyle Troop.
Hey y'all, Jacob Ledrup here.
Hey guys, Chuck Ritchie here, formerly of Bowl TV.
Hey guys, this is Ryan Schaefer of track staff at Valley Bowling Center in Waverly, New York.
And you're listening to Straight Up 5 with Johnny Petraglia Jr.
Yo, the boys from Straight Up 5, Rad Rob, Dr Ocho, and of course JP Jr.
As you know, JP Jr. used to be introduced as the sexiest man in bowling and now the world. But he doesn't have the best hair in the world. I do. Sorry, bud, but you know the deal. Pick it out. Fear the fro, baby.
Welcome to Straight Up 5 with Johnny Petraglia Jr. A hard-hitting, in-depth, cutting-edge look into the world of bowling. This podcast will not only cover all things bowling, but will also give you a raw look into real-life issues. You'll get unfettered access into the mind of one of the most gifted bowlers of this or any other generation.
Strike, and they claim it. Similarly does it.
So without further ado, let's introduce you to the hosts of the show. Rad Rob, Rob Francois. Rad Rob, Rob Francois. Dr. Ocho. Dr. Ocho. And the incomparable Johnny Petraglia Jr. Johnny Petraglia Jr.
Hey guys, welcome back to Straight Up 5 with Johnny Petraglia Jr. I am your host, Rad Rob, Rob Francois. Grilled chicken from Popeyes now. Unfortunately, they don't have a jingle for that. This is episode number 151. Hard to believe. We are so close. 49-ish episodes till we hit 200 sometime next year. Let's see who's in the chat before we get started. We got Wayne Chester. What's going on? Good morning, fellas. Thank you all for the great interviews. Appreciate that. OG Gecko, what up, dog? Billy M, what's going on, brother? Alex Bermudez, good evening from behind the drill press in Modesto, California. Hello, sir. Nico, I'm not late. You're late. We're both late. So, yeah, no, it is what it is. Hold on. I'm getting a text from Johnny. Oh, okay. All right. Our faithful host is giving me instructions. Good deal. Mike Ruther, what's going on, brother? Good evening. Sperone's in the house. What up, dog? Good to see you. We appreciate you. Johnny says, take me first. Johnny, I will take you anywhere, brother. Michael Hanlon, what's going on? Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. All right. Ocho is doing daddy duty, so let's just skip to... Oh, hold on. Pico. What's up? Needs a kidney, Rob. Looking good. I can see it in your face. Nice job. Probably see it more if I shaved, but I absolutely appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm in the gym every day. I was taking Sundays off. It's 7 days a week. It's Sexification 2025. That's what I'm going for. All right, let's bring in the host with the most. Number 7 on your program, number 1 in your hearts, the sexiest man in the world, Johnny Petraglia Jr. What up, JP? Looking slick, brother.
Thank you, brother. And actually gonna feed off needs a kidney because I notice the same thing. It's like every week I see the jawline a little bit more pronounced, a little bit more amazing. And it's just goes to show everybody, if you decide to do something like what Rob's doing right now, it's going to pay dividends. Simon Sinek is one of my favorite inspirational guys ever. And he says, if anybody ever wants to go watch somebody that actually makes sense when they speak, it's Simon Sinek. And he always says, if you go to the gym, one day you'll see nothing, 7 days you'll see nothing. But if you go for 30 days, you'll see everything. And in 90 days, everybody else will see something. And the fact that Needs a Kidney is already recognizing what's happening to your jaw, as am I. Good old Ocho's wife, the first thing she said when I walked in, she said, "Oh my God, you look so much younger than the last time I saw you. You look less full in the face." Like, it's just like anything else. Anything you're consistent with is going to be reflective. And obviously Rad Rob is inspiration to not only us, but everybody that watches our show. So I think that's definitely going to be hands down the best comment of the entire day. And Rob, you really do look great, dude.
Thank you.
You're trimming every single week. I cannot wait to see 100 episodes from now what you look like.
I'm not giving up, dude. I am going
You obviously decided this for your own reasons, for nobody else's reasons, and we commend you for it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I did find Bane in Straight Up 5 version because he sounds like Bane in that Batman movie. I think it was The Dark Knight or the second one, but there he is.
What up, Ocho? It is the house hack from Howell Lanes, Dr. Ocho. I'm getting there. It's there.
Are you, Rob? Are you getting there?
I am. I don't have a neck yet.
Even John Sperone of all people is going out of his way to see you put down the Popeyes bucket and hit the gym, and he's proud of you.
Yeah.
You want to talk about reaching one voice that always has the answers because he's been in every single realm of it from front to back is John Sperone. So,
That's
John,
true.
Thank you for your courtesy towards Rob and your awesomeness and standing behind him the same way you have been on our show since day one. Rob, keep going, brother. Me and Ocho are definitely proud of you, dude. Like, big time. Wait a minute.
I'm super excited to be able to wish Ocho a happy birthday today.
Happy birthday, Nicole. Yes, Nico, I am closer to finding my neck. Every single day I take strides into trying to find my neck.
Yeah, I mean, we may have to have like some celebratory thing here. It's like on episode number whatever when Rob finally finds his neck. And then, I mean, we could have banners, ribbon cutting, all that fun stuff. We'll make it. Let's get some t-shirts printed. Let's get this shit going.
Just tires. What's going on, brother?
Once it's where is Rob's neck to we found Rob's neck.
I do.
Nico, is Kyle going to be mad at that? Like, that's not nice.
No, of course not. Kyle,
that's true. Awesomeness. And again, he also gave me the Ocho props when he did the birthday gimmicks there back.
He did.
Ocho's birthday is every month, by the way.
I've been pondering making a new logo only because it's been 3-4 years now, and it really kind of it's difficult to print the vector of this logo on merchandise. So I just for shits and gigs put some ideas into the old AI on the interwebs, and I started with Grok, which is Twitter or X's AI.
You didn't take the old logo, did you, Rob?
No.
Okay. All right. Insider for just the three of us.
I literally said, make me a bowling logo in pop art style for a bowling show called Straight Up 5 with Johnny Petraglia Jr. And this is the first result.
That's very Spinner's Rubber Band Man 1970s.
That looks like right? Ronan Martin's laughing maybe.
How do you pronounce that first word?
Straight night.
Straight guy. Maybe it's German. I don't know.
Straight guy. Oh, so they're thinking it's probably I gotcha.
So after that, how do you pronounce with upside down?
Myth.
It's Myth John Horny.
Straight guy to 5 Myth.
Yeah, but you're missing like the word horny in there too.
Horny Petraglia Jr.
It's beautiful. Imagine if they just spelled anything right.
Correct.
This is like the worst tattoo I've ever seen that I would definitely print on my body.
I think
this one was fun. I didn't put in the guy. They did that automatically.
All right, so the fruit stripe gum gimmick is working. I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this as well.
I think we might actually go with that.
Jerry Johnson, baby. What do you think of these? This is so
Straight,
Kingpin. This is so 1970s nostalgic. Serious dad shit.
Is this like German?
This one says "Strike ut oopt with Johnny Petraglia Jr.
This is the German version. This is
Johnny
literally
Petraglia Jr.
Now we're German and fucking garbage.
Still early.
All right,
Still
so
early. We got plenty of time.
what else?
Straight Up 5 with Johnny Petraglia Jr.
Johnny-o.
You look good.
Not gonna. Does anybody speak English or
Is that
spell
Josh
English?
Hartnett
Does
in there?
anybody spell English?
Is that Josh Hartnett in that picture, by the way? Like, is
like
it possible we got him?
This one I love, actually.
Johnny Piglia, awesome.
Oh,
I
and
love the hat,
no
though.
vowel in between.
So does this guy know the spelling of my family's name?
You spell
Or
out
do you
exactly
not know
the
spelling
directions.
of my family's name.
No, he said he spoke it.
It's AI. It's just you spell it. You give it written directions. And
Well,
Oh, you wrote it. Oh, I thought you told it.
You kind of suck talking to AI because they've missed
It
on
was-
all the chords and all are good.
It was written text. It was written.
It's all good.
You missed all the chords.
All right, so this was ChatGPT, which actually
That's
came
better.
out a little bit
That's
better.
At least that's English.
How many holes are in the bowling ball, though?
4.
I get it, but like,
that's old school Belmo. Two
Yep.
fingers, old school Oscu, 2 fingers, thumb hole and weight hole when you're allowed to. We can do that.
But would they be in those areas? I mean, it looks like
No, they would be in those areas for me.
it
Or
looks like
Cassidy Schaub or like the studs on the left side.
it looks
that
like
didn't use
they're it looks like they're taking the term "let's go bowling" and doing something totally different. With
I
it.
will say this,
absolutely.
Rad Rob. All the images are great, but the grammar can eat my asshole.
Yeah, pretty much.
The grammar is pretty garbage.
with a spork.
This one was really good, but then they didn't
look
put
at the
last
chat
name in
right
it.
now. Paco Petraglia, Sweet, Who's Yanni, Myth, Hanny Petrags, and then at least we have Jerry
Although,
Johnson.
now we're
Jerry
going-
Johnson's like, hey guys, men of God. Like at least he understands that this guy's like doing some work. But kudos to Rob for looking for a new logo.
I'm working on it.
Put on our
But
merchandise.
maybe that taps into a new demographic when it's Johnny Petraglia or something like that.
Kwame Petraglia. I think this one is my favorite so far.
Yeah, with
Hold on.
5 horny, straight up 5 horny Petraglia.
I actually like that one too. Straight up myth. Fakils. Petraglia
It
Jr.
literally says straight
Yes.
up 5 myth horny Petraglia.
Of all the
This
shit they
is-
got wrong, or they got right, Petraglia was.
Tell me what they got right there, Rob.
Petraglia is the only thing they got.
Aside from the last name
and horny.
Tell me what they got right there.
Up 5.
Yeah, up 5.
Up 5.
Exactly.
And this one, I don't know. I don't know what to do with this
Straight up.
This sounds like this is the beginning of a game show. It's like, are you ready
or
for
the start of a great song.
Are you ready for straight? And it's the crowd. Straight.
Oh,
Ooh,
Jesus.
Joyous,
Joyous.
Joyous, we're going up the strag. You, ooh, straight up with Joyce.
Apparently, AI is just not. The AI has some work to do. Yeah. But anyway, I just thought that was.
Good job, Rob.
I like all the images, Robin. Thank you again for always presenting.
Make all of them.
A great intro that brings ideologic. And speaking of ideologic, here's Bermudez from Modesto, California. What's he have to say? He's one of our biggest fans and one of our favorite people.
How big
Johnny's
is he?
silhouette of him posting a shot, or Rob's head, or Ocho flexing,
or all three.
Maybe all three together.
Yeah.
Can we get one of Rob's neck? An image
No,
of
we
Rob's
can't.
neck. But we haven't found it yet.
Now we can see it. Now it looks normal.
It's 1/9 of a neck.
It looks normal now.
1/9 of a neck.
All right, let's get to
anyway.
bowling. Yes, all of our guests are here to.
Yes,
talk
let's
about
get to bowling. I think we found this guy. I don't know. He won something this past week. I don't know, something about a world championship, and he's won 3 in a row, and he's got like 26 titles now.
Ish.
It worked. The reverse psychology worked. EJ watches the show. He got fired up, and he won the world championship. So you're welcome, EJ.
He said, "I'll find Rob's neck, damn it," and it's at the world championship.
No, congrats to EJ Tackett for winning back to back to back.
And he was in every
World
freaking show. Just did he miss one?
No,
he actually literally made every show. Yeah.
I mean, shouldn't there be a fucking participant? I'm not up for participation trophies, but like, that's the longevity run right there. You made every show in motocross. When you make every main, you're somebody.
Wait a minute. We got Mark Galinga. My boy, the Mark, I'll actually say this out live on my show. Thank you so much for being there for my alcoholic self
Great
a couple weeks ago. Thank you so much for pulling me aside and being a great man, and not only being great to me, but being great to my dad. I will definitely announce that on my show tonight because you're a great man. But I want to say this about EJ. Everybody wanted to shit on EJ for losing the first 3. The same way they want to commend him for winning the next 2, right?
Yeah, sure.
I know one was Brooklyn, but like Ocho just said, when you're the best in the world, like he got mad and then made another show and then won the 2 biggest ones, and he beat, in our eyes, up until EJ's entrance onto the PBA Tour, the GOAT. He beat Belmo. That
was a story right there, man.
This guy, we talked about EJ 2.0 when he won with Marshall while I was still in Vegas.
Yep.
And now, since he's been here and he's a little bit older, a little bit more age, a little bit more experience, he's turning into Walter Ray. He's turning into the guy that every single week is there. When they showed that stat, Ocho, where he made every single show this year.
That's absurd.
Against the talent that's out there. Forget about Simo, Belmo, Andrew Anderson, the Bones. Like
and now with all the podcasts that they have that show how hard it is, all these podcasts now. I don't mean to cut you because now we really have a deep dive in on how hard it is, and these guys are like, yeah, I'm plus 10, I'm in 180th, but I really bowled good, and you're like, okay, and then they'll do better on another pattern. This guy literally got there on every pattern. Like, that's you can't. Most people can't do it on a house shot.
And Rob, I'm going to add to that.
So that's it. That's all I have.
Because we have to add one more thing to what Ocho just said. He does it with one company the same way Parker Bone has since 1987.
Yeah.
Parker chose to stay with Brunswick for whatever reason it was. And EJ's been committed to one company his entire career since his inception on the tour. And we are watching the same kind of greatness that Storm provided with Belmo or Pete Weber or Norm Duke. We are watching greatness with one company, with one bowler, week to week, with his thumb in the ball. This is Robert Smith on too many steroids. And the kid is just solid. He's perfect. He is great with the crowd. He is the definition of a future legend. There is, if anybody has anything bad to say about EJ, I may as well call them out and tell them they're fucking worthless.
Well, they were saying like who Kimberly Pressler doing the interviews. Who's the most intimidating player to go against? They all said 20 of them. Prather,
how can't you? How can't you?
EJ is like, I don't know why.
EJ.
And they're like, well, because you're beating everybody. That's just it. You're there every time.
It's not even a thought making the show for EJ. It's a thought of like how he's going to win on TV. My only goal in life is to make one TV show.
Right. He's got that already figured out.
I've already got that. I just want to kick their ass when they have 3 more games ahead of me when I'm the tournament leader.
He just figures how's he going to do it. And then get to TV, and then he's like, okay, let's figure this part out.
Like Dave Peakow says, like Roth in 78, but also 77, 79, and 84. 34 titles, Dave Peakow. I'm glad you brought that out. The same way Belmo from 2008 to 2020 was unstoppable. And now we see Belmo on TV, who we've interviewed twice. Even Belmo is trying to figure out now a way to beat the younger guys.
Yeah.
That to like almost preserve his crown before he goes home to Australia. And that's not a knock on Belmo. That's kudos to what follows.
Yeah.
And when we die, when the 3 of us are gone off this planet, we got to watch Tom Brady play football. We got to watch Jason Belmonte bowl. We got to watch Tiger Woods play golf.
Michael Jordan, Larry Bird.
Now we're starting to see Scotty Scheffler. We're starting to see Rory come into the world. Tigers falling out because of injuries. We're starting to watch
It's a
Simo.
transition now too. Yeah.
Like,
We get to watch
you would
Ocho and
think in
Hall
every single generation, like, there's no way somebody can be better than this guy, and then EJ shows up.
Yeah.
Rob, what do you think about this?
Every generation always has their superstar, right? Like, there's always going to be somebody that's younger, better, stronger, faster. Guys are in better shape now than they used to be. Back. We'll just take any sport, honestly. Like, when a pitcher got to 40 years old, he's done, right? Like,
because they used to throw 300 innings a year too, but they know how to manage better. They know how to train themselves better, exercise the muscles necessary for each sport as technology is going, which is going to happen.
Guys aren't in the bars drinking every night. You know what I mean? It's the athletes nowadays are different. But yeah, I mean, seeing somebody like Belmo, you're like, holy shit, he's got, how many majors? 15, 17 majors, whatever. He's got,
if EJ was a two-hander, I would think different.
Rob, can you bring up Jeff Skyer's comment right here where it says EJ was the 5th seed? This is a great question.
EJ was the 5th seed, is the highest seeded player knocked out in the round of 8. Do you like best of 5 or 7, or do you prefer the old school match play format?
I like that. I actually like that at that point because they were the best to that point. So there's incentive. Like, I actually enjoy that because that guy should at least be on the telecast. If you're gonna pursue making it for TV, bringing your fans to the light of what they did all week, yes, I actually totally like this. If you're the highest qualifier and you lose, you definitely should be at least on the TV show. The reason when it came to the Masters, I hated the fact that the tournament leader would lose one match on TV after being the only undefeated bowler throughout qualifying.
Right.
I like that idea, and I think that the PBA will eventually migrate towards that. So I love that question by Jeff Skyers. My buddy Omar Harvey in Bermuda. Go ahead, Rod, read this one.
Omar Bermuda, love your podcast. Robert is my dud when we bowled against each other at the Lee Evans tournament in Florida in the 80s.
So I'll answer for you, Rob. Omar Harvey was one of my dearest friends when I had my stores in Vegas. He used to travel from Bermuda for the World Championships. I would drill him and Maxine some bowling balls. I'm not sure if Maxine's still around, Omar. I'm sorry. It's been a lot of years. But you got to remember, outside of the USA where bowling is still relevant, it's super relevant across the globe.
Mm-hmm.
You go to Malaysia, you go to China, you go to Korea, you go somewhere where the entire world revolves around what you do. Shaolin Zulkifli, I've talked about her a million times from Malaysia. Shaolin is on Nike billboards in Malaysia. She is Michael Jordan in Malaysia for what she does here. When we saw our friends from overseas win some titles at the World Series, you have no idea how much that changed their lives going back home to their country.
Right.
And that's something that bowling offers that is unrecognized in the Olympic field. So the idea that, listen, everybody's going to be an asshole at some point. Everybody's going to tell you you're not good enough. Everybody's going to tell you everything. I bowl at Majestic Lanes where everybody strikes. Want to know what I do when I get there? I strike and I shake everybody's hand. They're still nice to me. Imagine doing that on a global scale. I'd rather hear both sides of the tale because it's not about faces, just places, faces. Where it both comes from where your face is. That's Black and White by Michael Jackson. So, like, I'm feeding off that kind of shit. That's the way my brain works. So, I mean, the World Series, and thank God for guys like Tom Clark. I'm going to say that now that I'm 40 years old. He allowed the entire world to enter the world that we know as normal. And now the entire world knows that the international group is fucking fabulous, dude. Like, bowling is such a great sport on so many levels.
That's true. No, you're absolutely right. And just imagine in the bowling world when a guy like Belmo goes all over the place, like he takes the time. I've seen it personally to sign every single autograph. Like even if he's having a shitty day, or a bad block, like he never says no to a kid or anybody that ever just wants to say hi, shake his hand. And a lot of bowlers like that. I've seen Kyle do it. Kyle Troop is amazing with the fans. And, we said it, I don't know how many times on the show, but bowlers are literally like the common man, right? Like even though they've had so much success in their world, it may not be as well known as, say, a Tiger or a Jordan, blah, 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 blah.
Bowling is intimate.
It is.
It's intimate. So let's be honest. Everybody that's ever met Norm Duke says Norm Duke's the greatest guy ever. Want to know why? Because Norm always signs autographs on his way to the paddock. And then he comes back out and he signs more autographs. Randy Peterson. Randy Peterson used to tell people on bad weeks, I'll be back in 5 minutes. He'd go in the paddock, slam his shit, and then he would walk out and shake everybody's hand. Danny Wiseman would shake everybody's hand. There are Marshall Holman, who is one of the craziest son of guns on the lanes to ever exist, would never, ever, ever deny, ever, ever, ever deny an autograph. He just wouldn't do it. Neither would Leto. Our sport is so intimate with our fans because, like Belmo said, they can relate.
Yeah.
Just like golf. Like in golf, the greatest players in the world have a 6-foot putt. Anybody that's ever played golf can make a 6-foot putt. They can read one putt, but can they read 18 putts a day over 4 days against the greatest players in the world? But they can relate. It's the same in bowling. Like in bowling, you can relate to bowlers that throw strikes.
Yeah.
Messengers make spares. You can. But who does it more than Walter Ray? Who does it more than Norm Duke? Who does it more than Pete Weber? That's like here's aside from Ocho, here's my other favorite human in the world, Mr. Nick D'Ambrosio, whose entire life is committed to not only his children and my dad and me. This man right here is like, Rob, respectfully, we've never met, but I've known this guy for 20 years and I've known that guy for 10, and both of them would jump in front of a bullet for me, so I have to read this man's comment. Same goes for Dad and Parker. Always signs and loves their fans. Parker goes out of his way to clean the approaches at rev rates.
Parker's next
for a
level.
lesson that's being given by somebody else.
Yeah.
And then he comes out and he bowls league. And then he goes and fills up pitchers of Diet Coke and water.
That's the thing about him.
That's
you see him there
like,
carrying like he's doing like the basics.
Parker was literally going to go to AC/DC with me in Nashville.
Chat, I have to piss. I'll be right back.
Piss.
Parker was going to go with me to AC/DC in Nashville in May, but he has to bowl the PBA 50. Like that's how he's literally going to fly down just to go to a show. Like that's how down to earth, and he never says no to anybody. You've said it before, Oach. Like Parker, I don't think he's ever said the word no.
He's just so damn personable.
He
and
is.
Like,
but he genuinely means it too. Like he's not just trying to be.
It's not a facade or anything. Yeah. It's the darndest thing.
He's amazing. He really is. His whole family's great.
Just it's wild now, and he shows his personality a little bit more. Even obviously on the show that he's on with his what's it called, the Bone Legacy? No,
Bone
that's
Legacy.
not the one.
Yeah,
what's the?
Yeah, it's a Bone Legacy.
It's a Bone. Okay, then that's him.
Yeah,
but and he's actually a witty guy, but he
He
does
really
it
is.
so subtly, like as if like he doesn't. He's. This is why he wins the nice guy award all the time. What do you know?
But when he's
It's
in
Lady
competition,
Bing in hockey. I don't know what the hell it's called in bowling. But.
When he's in competition, he talks trash, especially to his kids. It's so
Yes.
funny to see.
But I doubt we'd hear him talking smack. Either way, he's just, you see how he is. It's what you see is what you get.
Absolutely.
Nobody's gonna go, oh man, this guy's putting on a facade. No, he's just he's competitive. You don't
He's not
win,
a trophy.
what, 36 titles, and then how many senior titles now? Like,
It's
if you're not,
he's had a double Hall of Fame career. Like, it's stupid.
yeah.
And he's a Hall of Fame guy. I mean, it's just hello, Dave. What's going on? He is bad to the bone. Absolutely right. I'm going to bring the mood down just a little bit because I actually got a request from several people on Facebook to talk about someone in our bowling community that is struggling right now. He's 19 years old. He was just diagnosed with cancer, and it's Ocho, you're a doctor. I don't even know if you know what this would be. Choriocarcinoma. It's a rare and aggressive form of cancer. I don't know exactly what it affects.
I won't go into it.
But it's not good.
You already made it somber. I'm not going to delve into that one, so we're good.
Ramsey Robles, who's 19 years old from Casa Grande, Arizona. He bowls for Tennessee Wesleyan University here in my home state of Tennessee, in Athens, Tennessee. He does have a GoFundMe, which I'm going to throw up right here if you want to copy down that address, or obviously you can just Google it. Just Google Ramsey GoFundMe. It'll be the first result that comes up. It doesn't matter what age you're at, but 19 and especially when you're an athlete, is just very. It just stops you in your tracks, right? It just takes your breath away. Like, we don't ever want to see anybody get sick, but for a guy that young who has so much promise and is so beloved in the bowling community. Guys, if you can help out, even if you don't have any money, you just want to spread the word and share this on Facebook. I'll show the clip here that I have from Facebook.
Yeah, I'm sorry I was late, Rob.
That's fine.
To Ramsey, I don't give a crap where you're from or what you do, but nobody ever wishes anything like this upon especially a young kid who loves our sport. So Ramsey, and it was I'm sorry, Rob, I forgot the coach's name.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Campbell, Jim Campbell, right?
Jim Campbell is the assistant
James
head
Campbell.
coach. Yep.
Anybody that gives this much to the sport, anybody that is alive doesn't deserve this at this age. So anything you guys can do, there's the stuff. It's right there. Whatever you can do, whatever you guys can do for Ramsey. Salute.
There's a QR code. If you guys just want to scan the screen, it'll take you right to that page as well. The post on Facebook was from Tennessee Wesleyan Bowling. It says, with saddened and heavy hearts, we at Tennessee Wesleyan Bowling are asking everyone to join us as we stand along with Ramsey as he fights his battle with this horrible disease. As of now, he is currently in the hospital. He's thousands of miles away from his home and his family, and he currently is without medical insurance. He needs a lot of love and prayers sent his way. We know with prayer, anything is possible. Hashtag Ramsey Strong. Hashtag Rally for Ramsey. Again, the QR is on the screen right now. If you want to scan that, it takes you right to the GoFundMe, or search Ramsey, Ramzee, for anybody listening in the audio podcast.
Hey, Dougie, I know you just got here. I'm actually going to ask you to do the same thing, Dougie, and I never warrant anybody else's connections, but I'm actually going to do it live on our show. We're here with Dougie Vision, Dougie Heron. Our boy here, Ramsey, is battling cancer. Wesleyan in Tennessee, I hope I said that right, Rad Rob. But we're trying to get this kid who doesn't have insurance a little bit of cash to stay alive and like wake up and be alive and be awesome and enjoy this thing that we all take for granted, like for sure, dude. So Dougie, I'm talking to you as a best friend. Just reach out to everybody that loves you and to everybody else in the chat that's already sending all your prayers. This is awesome. I know we always bitch. We're always stupid. We're always, like all that nonsense. But this kid needs to be alive. That's all I got. Is that pretty cool?
Fair enough, man.
And
Absolutely.
and with all of our help and hopefully everybody else's that's been reaching out from Tennessee and all across the globe, all the way across the world to Australia, like our friend Keegan Tasker, or our friends in Japan, and anybody watching this show, if you can do anything for this kid, come on, man. Come on, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Daniel Robles, I don't know you, honey, but we got you, baby. We got you. We're going to do everything we can to help this cause. Oach?
Absolutely. Yes.
How do I top that? I mean, that's it.
16,000 raised already. So God bless the people that have already donated.
We're in the corner.
But yeah, it's
the fight never ends.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
I'm not gonna lie. He's also handsome as fuck.
Yes, he is.
I use the F word, so I'm gonna go back to the bottle.
Oh, we stopped doing that.
I'm gonna go back to the bottle.
We kind of.
But he's also handsome. So
yeah. Daniel's here. Thank you.
That, at some point,
no problem, Daniel.
Tell
him that we're pulling for him. We're praying for him, and I will personally keep an eye on the situation, and we will try to share it and spread the word as much as we can. Johnny, if you ever see anybody in Majestic or Howell, and
Jeff, thank you very much. And that's going straight to Ramsey's family, dude. That's awesome.
That's badass, and
that's like way above and beyond as actually we expect from somebody like Jeff Skyers, because he's been like that since I've met him. I've been the asshole in that relationship, but he still moves forward to take care of somebody who can't take care of themselves, dude. And respectfully, I'm sorry it's a little bit mushy for me, but that's.
I think
I wasn't here for the opening of you talking about this. You told me about it.
You didn't miss much. He just laid it out, and then you got it at the perfect time. Actually,
I think we've all either known somebody in our family or had friends that have been affected by cancer, whether they've gotten through it or they passed away from it. I think it's in this day and age, especially when it's more prevalent. I don't know anybody, honestly, that hasn't been affected at all. So everybody knows, what they're going through. I've had, friends and family pass away as well from cancer. It's not,
I lost,
it sucks. It really fucking sucks.
I'll say this out loud like I do every single week. My dad's father, Grandpa Bill, Mr. William Petraglia, he used to dye fur, and so like under his nails were covered in like that purple dye. But he took my dad bowling for the first time, and my grandfather used to walk me up the block to go get a pack of Kent cigarettes. Kent's. This is like in the era of Tarry tins and like all that bullshit. And I would go up there with my grandpa Bill. He'd be wearing his Bryson DeChambeau hat, and he would buy a pack of cigarettes, and he died of lung cancer. And I'm assuming I'm going to also, unless I change something. So thank God gave me a couple more years than Ramsey on this planet. But
we're not counting them out yet either. That's the other thing.
Look, he gave me a couple more years to at least look at what's going to happen.
Given where you're at. I got you.
Thank you.
I got you.
Thank you. I should have said that. But Ramsey, I know we're a small unit here, but I will tell you this. Me, Rob, and Ocho, we're here every single week, and everybody in our chat shows up every single week. We've got you, dude. We're going to try and help you in every single way possible. And please wake up tomorrow, bro.
Pop in, man.
Love you, dude. Love you, dude. Very, very much. Was that pretty cool?
Yes, sir. We appreciate that.
I mean, that's the whole. That's just it. When you're speaking from the heart, man. That's all you can do.
Absolutely.
Nobody deserves that. Nobody.
So getting and thanks for everybody for spreading the word and for donating. We appreciate everybody. Anyway, to move on back to bowling. Johnny, you mentioned last week about Easy Slide, and you were very passionate about that topic, and I know you wanted to talk about it this week. So as we close out in the last kind of, let's say 10 minutes, 15 minutes before we get to the imbecile, let's talk about this. So what is going on with it? I've heard a lot of it in the Facebook groups and the chat rooms and all that. What's the deal with the Easy Slide gimmick?
What's the deal with
All right,
Easy
so
Slide?
I'm going to open with this. My Morehead State roommate, Greg Thompson III, bowled 300 in Baton Rouge, rocking Jordans this week.
Someone scanned the code. Thank you, guys.
So apparently the USBC allows non-marking rubber on their shoes. When it comes to, God cripes, when it comes to Easy Slide, I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Okay.
So they put it on their shoe, or they put
Yes.
Like they'll dump out a little bit, and then they'll touch the bottom to slide a little bit more.
Okay. Oh, and doesn't that leave it on the lane then, obviously, or like?
But like bowlers like Greg Thompson wear their bowling shoes. Bowlers like Brandon Burwell, bowlers like J.R. Hunter, bowlers like Michael Haugen, bowlers like Jess Stayrook. They wear
guys that plant, I guess you're talking about.
They're wearing their non-marking rubber tennis shoes.
Oh, they're wearing sneakers. You're shitting me.
Yes. And apparently, I watched Greg Thompson bowl 300 in Baton Rouge using a purple hammer up the gutter. Nice job, Mr. T. Mr. T. Fucking love you so much, dude. But apparently they either missed it or allowed it. So I'm not sure, because I guess I would consider, if I was an asshole, a foreign substance is non-bowling shoes and also Easy Slide.
Right.
You know?
Because that could leave, does it? You said, you always say non-rubber. That means the rubber would leave a little tread or something like that. This is a new thing for me.
If it's black rubber, like their trail,
oh god, of course. I got it.
The trail leg leaves a streak.
Gotcha. Understood.
And you have to step over it. But if it's non-marking rubber, you just plan. And then most people are like, he wore those inside. He was outside wearing
his car.
those.
He was going
He
to the
was
parking lot.
such an asshole. He should have never worn those. And meanwhile,
they could have been.
They just say it to be dicks.
Yeah, they could have still been shoes in their bowling bag. They're just not. They're just shoes in their bowling bag.
Brandon Burwell rocks the greatest Jordans ever that he only wears when he bowls. So he walks in with another pair of Jordans, which I'm envious of.
Fucking A, man.
They're
Jordans.
They're beautiful.
Those poor
then
kids.
He changes into some more high tops that he only bowls in.
All those poor kids that have to make those shoes, man.
Well, John, let me ask you this: why do they make it then if it's a hazard on the approach?
Easy Slide just powder, right?
Well, they don't, and that's the entire argument. Is it's a what's the word?
I thought it was for your hand.
The shoes?
No, Easy Slide.
Does your hand slide? You fucking moron.
I thought it was to get your hand out of the ball.
It is.
Okay.
But on the bottom of your shoe, maybe it makes you slide more.
Oh, that's a clever name, actually. That's a good
point.
I'm
not actually concerned about that.
That's a good point. That's
I'm concerned more about the shoes. And apparently you're allowed to use them in USBC because we watched Greg Thompson bowl 300 today.
So somebody who wants to slide more can just, okay. Now, no.
That's what you're missing.
No.
Like, you're not allowed to put a foreign substance on the bottom.
Right, you said they do it like a pitcher, like they do like this, and then they give a little swipe.
Well, they don't let you use rosin on your ball either.
If it's bowling shoes.
Oh, okay. Missed
it's bowling shoes.
Missed it. I
missed it by that much.
I'm the big red wiffle bat misser right now. That is my fault. Go ahead. Okay. Take her away. I got you now.
But like my friend's worn sneakers his entire bowling career.
Gotcha.
And they allowed him to use them at nationals.
So it's like you got one advantage already. Now you want the other applicable advantage on top of which should be a bowling shoe.
But I'm on Greg's side. not USB.
I don't care either way. I'm just seeing like how that can be a discrepancy. I can just see how someone could say, "Wait a second.
He wore those shoes outside. He stepped in shit, and now I'm sticking."
And now but then he put his easy slide on though, so you should unstick.
These are my bowling shoes. I wore these shoes walking in. No, you didn't, you piece of shit. That's how people act.
I love the accent. I can't get enough of it.
I'm trying to like do what I'm used to.
That's mom. Like I know. Like
no, mom.
You're not having the pasta tonight.
Hey, do me a favor. When you're as good as my husband, then you can fucking talk to me. That's my mom.
Did they also ban rosin bags though for your like you can't put rosin on the ball anymore as well, right, John?
Well, you could never put it on the ball, right?
You're allowed to tap it and then wipe it off on the surface. Then they got rid of tapping it at all.
Oh,
That's what I thought.
So far beyond. I didn't even know that. Who knew?
So, like, when you see somebody tap the ball, you would assume, like, okay, just by looking at them, maybe he doesn't know the rule. Tell him about the rule. Like, give him a chance, dude.
Gotcha.
Give her a chance.
You can do the whole bouncing your hand as much as you want, though,
if
right?
They don't know you're allowed to tap it, they don't know. When it comes to the shoes, same thing.
Wow.
Well, let me ask you this then. Boog, and maybe I'll ask him what he uses, always pulls out a pouch out of his pocket, puts his two fingers in it, and then puts it back in his pocket.
That's white rosin.
Okay.
That's like true, like pool player's chalk. Okay. So when he's digging his fingers, he's looking for every single reason to dry out these fingers when he drives them in there so there's no sweat.
Gotcha.
So he can grab it and let it go. That's what I always did when I used my thumb.
Gotcha.
That's totally legal. West Malott. Go watch 05 to 08 West Malott or Tommy Jones. Watch them dig and tap and then put their fingers in. That was the norm. It was the norm.
Georgie's in the house.
That's a fact, by the way. What he just said.
You don't need rosin. You just need to just eat Blue Chew. We need to get them as a sponsor, by the way. We
got to talk about George Hart real quick before we feed into whatever you
get. Sweet blend
next. Just saying.
George Hart's one of my best friends ever, and I am proud to say that on our show. And if anybody needs a haircut, go see George. The experience, aside from how amazing the haircut is, just sit there, listen to his music, learn something new, and talk to him about God and why we're here, and talk to him about life. He's the greatest man in the world.
He is very good, yes.
And that's all I got about that guy.
He takes care of our Johnny.
That guy is my other Butch and my other Nick. So
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, he's perfect.
Speaking of perfect, you were not perfect this week, which is the subject of this week's, I know it's hard to believe, Imbecile of the Week.
Y'all are stuck with me for the Imbecile of the Week. Let's go.
It's time for everybody's favorite segment.
If you guys don't know how to use a seatbelt, just ring your call button and Tommy will come back there and hit you on the head with a tack hammer.
You know, Lloyd, just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber.
Here's the Imbecile of the Week.
Some people are really stupid.
What up, Clifton Don 74? What's going on?
Oh,
PD's in the house. Hey, we got a pro in the house. I mean, we always have pros in the house, but what's up, PD? Dude, PD's balling his ass off lately. Good job, brother. Former alumni of our show.
Wait
Eddie
a minute.
Eddie Bird's here as well.
We just found Eddie Bird.
What's up, Eddie Bird?
Wait, Ocho, come back real quick. We have to say something to Eddie Bird. We got to say something to Eddie Bird. Eddie Bird.
Searching for Masters title. Yeah. Aren't we all?
Obviously, you know me, but you've never met this man. If there's ever a day that you and Ocho cross paths, and actually Rob as well, Eddie Bird is truly one of not only the best bowlers I've ever met, but one of the greatest people I've ever met.
So we'll open up a wormhole to a new universe, basically. Is what
Eddie
you're
Bird
saying.
and I share a best friend named
think
Jen
Elon can do that.
Russo, and he also is one of the best people I've ever met. That's all I'm going to say about Eddie Bird. So,
All right.
Eddie, thank you so much for being here, brother.
Appreciate
sorry
you,
I
Eddie.
was not in Baton Rouge, brother. I'm sorry I wasn't there.
By the way, 4 people scanned our QR code for Ramsey. Thanks, everybody. You guys, dude, our fans and our bowling community are the best people ever. Seriously. All right, Johnny,
Go to your baby.
you are the imbecile of the week, but we don't know why.
So it's no secret. Can you put the frame on me? Just for a little while.
Sure. Give me 1 second.
Just block it. Just me.
Hold on. Wait. Nope. Shit. That's not it.
I'm going to do this right now for our fans.
Hold on. I'm working on this. Why can't you? This is.
That's good. That's good.
Dude,
Keep it like that. Keep it like that. Stay here.
There we go. That's a little bit better.
Okay, so I'm
All
gonna,
right, got it. I figured it out.
Thank you, Rob.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm going to tell our fans, aside from everything they already know about me, something about me. On Monday, I bowl with the greatest team ever, Marvin, Emerald, and Nick. And last week, we lost to the number 1 team, and this week we bowled them again. I got up in the 10th frame the last game. And in Howell Lanes, you have to step off the approach, and then you have to step back up. And I left the 6-8 in the 10th frame to lose not only game 3, but also the wood. I had my T-zone on my shoulder like this, my black night sky T-zone, and I dribbled it like a basketball. And I heard it pop, and then when it came back up, I fucking popped it again, and I kicked the shards out of the way. 8 fucking ways from Sunday. The ball went this way, this way, this way. Went everywhere. I kicked it, threw the spare shot overhanded, apologized to the team we bowled, apologized to my team, and also apologized to my dad. And then last night, I bowled against Glenn Moore, who bowls with Tommy Martino, the owner of Majestic Lanes. Was the best night ever, had the greatest time ever. The first game, I beat Glenn Moore 269, 268, and tied for the high game pot with Jeff Charay and J.R. Hunter from Northern Jersey and Staten Island. Second game, I threw the back 6 for 259. I turned 528, and Mr. Moore had 502. The last game, I rung 10, second shot in the 10th, missed it, shot 216. Mr. Moore shot 238. I beat him 744, 743 for set, and I also lost the team game by 1 pin the third game. You want to talk about bittersweet? Here's the best thing I've got for anybody that bowls. No matter what happens when you bowl, no matter what you think is going to happen, just bowl, just try, just be awesome, and don't do what I did on Thursday when I smashed that ball in front of my father. Don't do it. Just put your stuff away, go home, and start over, because this game is going to kill you your entire life. But every time you do some fucking work, it's going to be there for you. So to all of our friends that watch our show every single week, to Rob, who puts everything together, to Ocho, who not only does the work here, but also adjusts my body every single week for the last 20-something years. We only do this for you guys. We only do this for people like Ramsey. We only do this because this sport has given us a chance to live our lives. I'm 40. My dad has gone out of his way to make sure that me and my sister have a life, which, by the way, I'm a brand new uncle come September 10th.
Congratulations.
Jamie, announcing that to all of our viewers. Ocho, I'm announcing that to you and your daughter who's watching Wizard of Oz outside. And I have to actually say something to Brendan Burwell and Najee Myers and Yvette. Yvette, I don't know your last name, honey, but the amount of love you show me is the reason I try and love everybody else that's here tonight on this show. So to everybody that's watched Straight Up 5, to everybody that donated for Ramsey, to everybody that's contributed to what Rob does for this show and what me and Ocho try and do to supplement it, thank you guys so much. I wouldn't trade anything in the world. 150 episodes. We're definitely going to do 150 more. Don't give a shit about money. Don't give a shit about anything. Don't give a shit about anything other than the truth. Just being here for you guys, being here for us. EJ is the new age Walter Ray. Even Belma knows it. So that's Rob. That's all I wanted to say to everybody in the chat, dude. I just wanted to shit for a little while.
I appreciate that. But this is something I have to do.
All right.
That's for you. That's
right.
Kind
of looks like me.
It's to scale. So
it's definitely to scale. At least the ball hair is.
No, I appreciate that, Johnny. I mean, you're always candid on the show, and you always tell the truth. This is what this show has been all about. It's not always, like you say, it's not always about bowling. We talk about life issues and stuff that everybody deals with. We all have anger issues at sometimes, and for you to man up and talk about it and apologize in front of the world, that just speaks volumes about you and your character, and that's why everybody loves you. That's not blowing smoke up your ass. That's the truth.
Is it kind of safe to say that we're all crazy, but every once in a while I just talk about it a little bit more?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. That's fair to say.
Sean Peck is here, my retired police officer, my police chief. We have Sean Peck, Larry Fisher, and Rob Baldwin on this show. I've got Neptune all the way to fucking Perth Amboy. I have friends. I have friends in the police community that protect us every single week, and I have the actual pleasure to bowl with Sean this weekend. I cannot wait to win that tournament at Majestic this weekend with Mr. Sean Peck. You want to talk about, he's my East Coast Rob. He is as gentle as you are. He's as to the point as you are. And he just makes sense, dude. And Dougie, like we've talked about Dougie all the time. Dougie, if we had 10 more Dougies, the bowling world would be a lot better. Dougie's just a great man. We need more people like P-Cow. We need more people like Nico. We need fucking more people like Clifton Don. We need more people like Sonny. We need people to understand what it takes to do what we do in the world that we do, in the realm that we do.
Billy B, another one. Do we have
Mr. Bernavich?
Our community is fantastic. Always have been. They literally have supported us since day
one. Billy, I would trade my left testicle to hang out with you every single night, brother. And I just said that live.
You did.
Thank you, Billy.
What about the right one? What are you gonna do with that?
I'm gonna keep that one. But
that reminds me of the Red Sox commercial. I think it was the MasterCard commercial from when the Sox.
I also missed JJ Sunday.
Oh yes.
I saw Sonny over here, and I forgot about Billy and JJ, and obviously Stephanie and Eric. I mean, like that's my family, and Martha. Martha goes out of her way to make sure this entire clique stays together.
What's up, bro?
Everybody.
Valerie's here as well. What's up, Valerie? We're about to wrap up, but thanks, guys, for showing up. It doesn't matter if it's in the beginning or middle or end. We appreciate you guys being here. I was going to say something, but I lost my train of thought, but that's fine.
Can you find it and finish it?
I think we're done. I think unless you got something else.
I want you to find what you were going to say.
You said something about your left nut. Oh, when the Sox won in 2004, they had a funny commercial for MasterCard of all the Boston comedians. Like, I think it was Dennis Leary or one of the guys literally said he would give his left nut if the Sox won the series. And they were coming to claim that bet and take his left nut. So when you mentioned that, it just popped up in my head. But yeah. Speaking of which, oh, hold on. What happened to Doc?
Doc Sullivan?
I'm assuming, yeah. We don't talk about him anymore. Actually, I gotta look. I gotta look at my block list on Facebook and unblock him, and just tell him how much he sucks. So.
Wait a minute, Rob. I have something.
You do.
I'm sending it to you from our good friend, Mr. Nick D'Ambrosio.
Oh boy,
what do you think about this one?
That fucking guy.
I just sent it to your phone. If there's any way you can toss that up. I'm not sure if him or his beautiful and amazing daughter Amanda made this, but whatever happened, that family loves us the way that we love each other. And that man's given me every single opportunity to be amazing. So I'm not going to close out the show until you at least figure out a way to show that.
All right.
Is that cool?
Yeah, that is cool, actually.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to say something to Eric Hodorowski as well as Stephanie Sheridan. Stephanie, congrats on the 1904 at Nationals this year at Baton Rouge, because you are always perfect. And thank you for letting me know how much you miss me. I'm sorry I couldn't be there this year. Eric, thank you for being...
Eric is the bomb.
Say anything about Eric. I can't even. He is so perfect. It embarrasses me. It embarrasses me.
It embarrasses most of us. I mean,
that. So
no, he is.
All I can say is thank you, Eric.
We got to get both of them on the show. We always have Stephanie on, but we've never had Eric on, and he's like, I feel bad. Like we've slighted him.
Eric is the definition of perfect. Eric wakes up, goes to work, then he mows the grass, then he drives us to league, then he sits there and watches, then he runs the pots, then he drives us home, then he puts us to bed. Eric is the definition of perfect. Yeah, that's all I got. I can't even tease him about that. I can't even tease him.
No, you really can't.
Perfect. He's perfect.
Johnny Sperone, I love you, buddy. Appreciate that. This is from our boy,
Mr. Hodorowski.
This is from...
No, I'm sorry. Is that from Nick or
from
Eric?
Nicky. Yeah, that's
Nick. I'm sorry, Nick. Mr. D'Ambrosio. I like this one, Nick. I like this one.
But the 4 holes, I don't get it.
I still like it.
No, I like it too. We're gonna keep working on that because we do need something that's easier printable than the vector that we have, which I love our logo, but it sucks on products.
Rob, will you bring up Jeff Skyer's comment about alcohol after you're done with this?
Sure.
I want to talk to anybody that actually drinks it too much.
Which is a lot of us. Our beloved friend Jeff Skyers says, alcohol is fun, believe me, I know, but I also know the effects of it. I messed up 2 relationships, spent thousands of dollars, lost my job, all because I couldn't control it. The alcohol controlled me. Like I said, if any of you need to talk, reach me on Facebook. 9 months sober this month. Congrats on that, brother. 9 months, even 9 days, 9 hours. I mean, anything, 9 minutes. But 9 months is great.
I'm going to respond to Jeff here, and then we can close out after this because we definitely reached out to everybody we should have, right? Did we miss anybody?
I think we're good.
All right. So listen, can you bring up Jeff's comment again? All right, just leave it there. And I follow somebody on TikTok. His name is Dwayne. Alcoholic has a negative connotation. Everybody always assumes when you say that word that that like it's shitty. It's not shitty. For anybody that's ever had problem with alcohol, it's not shitty when somebody calls you an alcoholic or when you say you're an alcoholic. It's actually just letting the world know where you are mentally. And if you've actually designated like what you are, it's okay. You don't want to be an alcoholic anymore? Fine. You got to work it the same way somebody is trying to lose weight. Do I call Rob a dietitian? Do I call Ocho a masked dick? No. Do I call myself an alcoholic? No. But am I an alcoholic? Yes. Rob, are you a foodie?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. Ocho?
Are you saying am I a dick?
Ocho?
Am I a masked dick?
Are you a douchebag? Yeah.
I mean, if the mask fits, but
Barely.
There's no true term for this yet. So I'll set the precedent.
But we're all here. And your U.S. Open champion and player of the year, Mr. Troy Lynn, is living proof that you can do whatever you guys want.
Yep.
So Ramsey, and to everybody that was here for Ramsey, we're all behind you, brother. We love you very much. And I'm here with my doctor and my best friend, Rob. Shit. Rob, you're this way.
Yeah, I'm right here.
I'm sorry we didn't have any guests tonight, but you did have us. And I hope to God that y'all go to sleep tonight knowing that you got some friends in your corner. Rob, I'm the imbecile tonight. What do you got to finish?
Again, just to reiterate what we talked about earlier, check out the QR code. It's in the chat right now. It's also on the screen to support Ramsey Robles, a 19-year-old who bowls for Tennessee Wesleyan College here in Athens, Tennessee, who's away from home, away from Arizona, in the hospital without health insurance. So if you guys can check out his GoFundMe or even just spread the word, even if you can't donate, just tell somebody about it. Just telling somebody about it goes a lot, goes a long way. So Nico wants to know what's coming up after the Masters for guests. We have a laundry list of guests. We got Tim Mack coming on the show.
We don't like to freaking show our hand either, man. Like you come for the freaking surprises, damn it.
It's true, but I will let you know that
doing the intros the other night. I mean, for Christ's sakes,
Valerie, thank you for always being here, Val. We love you, baby.
Timmy Mack is coming on the show. We also have who did Skyr send me? Chris Schlemmer is coming on the show. Shout out to Rich Pavlik from Majestic Lanes, by the way, who reached out to me and said he just started listening to the show and he loves the podcast. He suggested getting Kelly Kulik on the show. So I know we mentioned that a long time ago. We need to hook that up as well. So yeah, we're always searching for people to come on, or we just BS like we did tonight. So just stay tuned. And it's right there.
He wins.
Rob, before you go, Ocho just said something that actually means something to me.
Oh, shit.
We need Kelly Kulik on the show.
We do. Yeah.
We need the 2010 true breaker. We need Kelly Kulik and we need Scott Norton. We need two people that broke barriers in their old minds and also kicked the shit out of the fucking PBA tour on both spectrums on our show. I'm going to steal Kelly because I've craved Kelly since I was like 13. I remember taking...
Like I do with White Castle crave?
Okay. It's
I do.
It's like this. I remember hanging out with Kelly Kulik on lanes 3 and 4. It was me, Kelly, and Marianne DeRupo. Anybody that doesn't know Marianne DeRupo or Kelly Kulik, turn off our show.
That just sounds like a Jersey thing. Like it sounds like you're at a pizza shop.
Watch
me, Kelly Kulik, and Marianne DeRupo.
Watch
We're getting
these
a cheese pizza. That literally sounds like exactly what.
Watch these two women throw a bowling ball. I would like to hear Kelly's journey and then her 2010 265 195 victory over Chris Barnes.
I remember specifically
at Red Rock, where my old store was. I would love to have you guys watch that. I'll find Kelly. Chuck
can get Marianne on the show as well. We'll get them both.
And Bruce Kulick has her same last name, and he was a guitarist for Kiss for how many years? So
that's true.
Bruce
Kulick.
Oh, come on, John.
Until 1996 was a guitarist for Kiss.
Get a little of this guy.
Like Belmo says, he's the phone a friend guy.
Hey, did you see Aaron Rodgers went to the Steelers?
No, I looked it up because Sperone posted it, and it didn't happen yet. Fuck him. He's gonna probably.
I see you already lost.
Marianne DeRupo, if you're watching, all I want is a bullwhip and an actual whip from AMF based off the way you threw it. And Kelly, all I want is a 3D offset and your brain and your registered shoes. Love you both.
That being said, take a look at our new logo.
Straight ups with joy. Hey, look, at least I spell my last name right.
That's
my first name.
All right, guys, we are out of here. We'll be back next week. Enjoy the Masters. Who's leading?
Good night, Good night, Valerie. Love you, baby. Valerie Shalor. Love you, babe.
Yeah. And we love you. We love all of you. But we'll be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, same bat Johnny. I got nothing else. That's it. Say goodnight, Johnny.
Thanks for a great show again.
Nah, man, you got it. Always.
Thanks.
It's my pleasure.
All right,
guys, we appreciate your support. We will see you next week. I'm going to hit the outro. Good night, everybody.
Thanks for listening to this edition of Straight Up 5 with Johnny Petraglia Jr. You can follow the show on Twitter at Straight Up 5 Pod. Follow Johnny Jr. at JPJR07. Follow Rad Rob at Rad Rob Gaming. And follow Dr. Ocho at the Dr. Ocho. Got a question for Johnny? Send your questions to straightup5podcast@gmail.com. We'll see you next time for another edition of Straight Up 5 with Johnny Petraglia Jr.
Right here on the Rad Rob Radio Network.
How to have fun anytime, anywhere. Step 1. Go to ChumbaCasino.com.
ChumbaCasino.com. Got it.
Step 2. Collect your welcome bonus.
Come to Papa welcome bonus.
Step 3. Play hundreds of casino-style games for free.
That's a lot of games. All for free?
Step 4. Unleash your excitement.
Woohoo! Chumba Casino has been delivering thrills for over a decade. So claim your free welcome bonus now and live the Chumba life. Visit ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.